some of these poems that previously appeared. Bert, 88, A Journal of Contemporary American Poetry, Shampoo, Extreme, Shane, Big Bridge, Poethia, Writing Online, Off-Dog, Word for Word, Fur at Poets.com, Use of Skill, All Light, Atomic Petals, Avoid Strange Men, Magazine Cypress, Bird Dog, Stroke, Bombay Gin, Bamboo Beer, Oratio, Mixed Nuts, Roman Candles, Penny Color. My special thanks to Fran Blau, Peter Brevy, Kaden Briggs, Natasha Buckman, Wayne Gerber, Sarah Chandler Jones, Roxanne Hamilton, Brandon Iduna, Julie Dirtshot, Joan McDonald, Christopher Martin, Akila Oliver, Laura Perkins, Ellen Redberg, Leslie Scalapino, Michael Smoller, Captain Snowden, Sherman Sutter, Anne Baldwin, and Catherine Wendersky.
Such that either myself or
Do violence to your body or give way to the beauty of dawn. Catherine Clement, Siddhartha, The Philosophy of Rapture. Continuous variation constitutes the becoming majoritarian of everybody, as opposed to the majoritarian fact of nobody. Gilles Deleuze and Felix Guattari, A Thousand Plateaus, Capitalism and Schizophrenia. Contents. 1. The Winds of War. 2. A Dull Desire. 3. Neither A nor B. 4. Pass or fail. 4A. In or out. 5. That's life. 6. Love it or leave it. 7. Better off left as is. 8. It will come without warning. 9. First with war. 10. Between worlds. 11. From the bottom up. 12. Voices Against a Nation. 13. A Vision of Neglect. 14. Between Virtue and Vice. 15. Unworthily at any time. 16. Vague and dizzy. 17. Unprotected and unquiet. 18. Unreadable and becoming. 19. An instrument of the soul. 20. Think with it and use it hard. 21. When treason is no crime. 22. Trash sin, not its banter. 23. To thyself be everything. 24. Tissues and rocks. 25. A wandering eye. 26. Redeemed in a slight touch. 27. Fixed as thoroughfare. 28. Sublime
and now
as
with a happy
28.
even before my back was at the top.
29. Stained without seed. 30. Stunted in growth. 31. A robber and a chair. 32. Straight to hell in a handbasket. 33. Existences in stupid stuff. 33. Rotten to the core. 34. molten lava aftermath. 35, strive BC. 36, to remove the straitjacket. 37, steel their will to power. 38, start not at square one. 39, a rapprochement agreement. 40, loss of strata and squares. 41, several shades of woodcock. 42, a trademark in 43, 0 degrees and temperate. 43A, zones. 44, fixed as thieves. 45, a baker's dozen.
It's the sounds that ignite a thought. The way it hurls at me with deep-throated steak spun in murderous rapture. An Esther night, a reverend caught rummaging through pale blue eyes and scratchy fingers, sucking cement shallows to the course I knew on a spot pronounced by some god as neither heaven or hell. Watching them up in rages and spasmodic fits, rewind the clock or click-track motion as opium warms my skin and it's a stuck jump. This can be no salvation, there's no moderation in the detail outside. Catch a moment, a Monet, a crystal wall, ball, tower, abandoned in the fantasy of shadow lives with syncopated desire, something left in the waiting line for a loaf of bread or a fortune teller's next angle. It works for the time being to use superglue on a victim's eyes instead of quarters for the dead, but this cannot be it. I was promised land and a mule of self-determination counterpoint, 2 coins in the fountain, a place to call home, a utopia I can call my own, a toll-free number. The coin is tossed again, the air catches in the freeze frame, a dilettante rescues the forbidden and ushers in a new cycle for the aspiring, site-specific audience. Then, and again the rocks are wrecked on the bow, a blackened sheet of dripping eyes emerge from more tailored old guy narrative. A wisecrack comes from the raw-footed device. Don't say la danse, defend more than more pour ce soir, et give way to the beauty of dawn soir, et or give way to the beauty of dawn. Wonderful. I've been watching you. Watching the earth freeze, this is wonderful. Give me a minute. Wonderful words, change in famous poems, cast of millions. Give me wonderful before it's too late. It's a wreck and it's too late. Call an ambulance for sell, for yea, and a diamond. Wonderful, I say. I keep watching at a distance, usually on a bus, and you don't notice. The tires are bald. It's wonderful, though, simply wonderful. No murder, no crime, just actions without definitions, actions that arise, actions that never complete, always cut in half, and again, there is no action, it's just a definition. The earth is freezing, it's wonderful. The river's first and the feet, frozen to sidewalks, faces to cement. Give me a minute, the words are changing again. It's not the same word, that means the same thing. Now it's repeated for a different purpose. Wonderful, you simply wonderful. Give me wonderful, you can call it fair exchange. Give me wonderful with some change. Give me a minute. I'll be watching you as the earth freezes.
Give a child who walks down invisible, inside and on trains, like a physical tide that becomes limitless. Most of my life, never enough can be said. Down a long judgment. In
I belong to the regulated possibility of the waterways and sickening zones, fixed in contact with mass and materials. I belong to contact with the water that opposes wages, that special water that opposes the vastness under control, inside parentheses, within special elastics worth fixing the eye hesitation. I belong to the possibility of the water that opposes the pole north zone material, which is situated in my own favorite facula. I belong to the regulated crew of possibilities, special last contractual agreement, soon to fixate on a material, which is particularly inside that specialized matriarchal vastness under control. A special not regulated fluid all night taxi driver. I'm the fixation that creates the taxi driver. Beyond length of space, I belong to the vastness under control. Inside a special post escape ranking, which is a parentheses conduit, the possible superconductor conduit. I belong to the vast and material that floats down the waterway. I belong to the regulated universe
Substantial grade.
in thick folds, a general realm, baskets of pretense. Someone points out a simple tree, grass lands in a box, top dribble down, half in. Immaculate weaving syntax, and post conversation waits. A little further away, the weather gets fuzzy, the moon shakes off a distance. Or his job is visible or not. Each corner of zillions different building shifts, which all didn't matter. There were warnings. It's caught on backdrops, blue then the distance comes back, still perpetually disturbed, pigeons dance. Or more states of ecstasy. As always, legato after leaping up, light pause and proceeds towards Valhalla. Round trip. Each of spots marks time as dots of Babylonian everything underlying twice. V equals D over T. We have to choose a figure of the face, this splinter decimal point, both different points of call. A was last call home, or something being similar to Coron toy, or congealed lavender oil. The people's Zarathustra dreamt up people in the heights of Silas Maria, Dionysus' continual resurrection, polymorphous hand down the bright spot and reverse hands there before our eyes. Are you sure this is what you see? From the murmuring center. Is it not the other thing? An elongated torment, something like water, or less than maybe it's a failed field, forever applied to spikes and ready rooftop. So that all in case of zero, put together like flying a kite too much and too frequent, good distraction compounded and excessive thinking, waffle orthodoxy that switches between their would-be and dead batteries, a local scheming hand pocket declining either or both sides and skips the middle. It's about a time that will never occur. Nevertheless, the parts continue. There is a racket stored in perpetual rock, reliquarians that talk it up, rough leather for disco, techno take warning. I ordered a larger something else, dandy sweetheart, pincushion. With corresponding numbers invaded by a desire. An ironic last holdout, last block, super holding pattern in the evening dismal sound hovers 2 feet before everyone's fish does not want to be moved. In the lavender, the opening closes like a snap. You want a precision holograms, take a plot, you like moderate closing and plans. There are 3 juggernauts in a row at the same time happening. This game question springboard. Is it a cumulative respect and perhaps advancing? Can you get tongue and groove without the groove? Trash cans filled with words that refer to stacks. I wish there were more laws about almost extinct animals or none, or always ready to fascinating pretext to all can adore and hold their sure fit anecdotes to certain methodology with nothing off the basic. You say the form of something is applied somewhere to reason. Not unpredictable, wash up and take to the other shore. Parody the new potency in the new century. I am you being needed through you on stage. Seen only as you, but you know you see you and me being you. And you can taste it with a heavy dose of salt brine and hell teaspoon. There's a moment when oxygen was depleted, of or by a moment sooner, and it would have been a completely different outcome. Teasing hot the rest of the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 5. There was an old who rippled the sea. By famous, I mean on the dock of long arm of the to and or, but when how, whom then call all common, when for the potential infinitive, transgressive, polysyllabic, ambiguity, a little bit of the old slip in and slide, get long little affirmations for a new stick, next caller, new towers, return tips, money cracks, brilliant photo finish, flash harmony, fuzz out segue to blue, gold with nasturtium conclusion, as to the mental process, it's like an appendage to potential infinity, murder, and revolution. And the word was, in a second, start over, in a second case, start over, as much as possible, start over, as much as is possible in second place, start over, as much as is possible, human dealings, human feelings, human shortcomings, downfalls, pitfalls, jumps, leaps, no really, start over, to say, could you, spare a dime, pointing in the right direction, opposite from the entire, each to their own, only motif, their own, I have a plan, a brilliant, stronger, mighty Messiah, that might be a possible, attainable, dynamic, perceptible, virtually, suitable, to intertwine with Congress, language and math, multiplication tables begets, sexuality begets language, populates with gender algorithms, begets fucking, begets triangulate panoramas, this is a different modulations, and all in one something with no anatomical parts, spots and marks, a new beginning, a new start, Genesis, on a dime.
It's time to check your pockets for rockets. Isn't this a torch in the shadow? Or instructions on the known impossible? A structured hot production model that creates bottle markers. Deep manuals made up of speak-and-tell dementia diverting attention getters who send the stage colonization to the far edges of gravity. Fear and or its binary sidecar rendezvous does the gender exam. I have never been a member of the trouble, discarded or chopped up, listed on the edge of experience. I've always been a member in good standing at the local confession counter. For a lack of no such thing, construction reflects word reassemblages that know experience not as a mirror, but as prom time. What's your line? Burnt at the redemption party, simple partial fixation produces convoluted verbs. In a version, I dismembered the case study and organized a Sufi transistor heart to the light. The World Series consumes 83% of the Earth's noise. I get static or instant replays of humans doing anime sounds. Before which moments a reduction starts using simple almosts. The same time it sounds sweet, but it's warm anguish pinned on a murmuring crowd dressed as the homecoming undead. In fact, it's the often mentioned top 10 hits from the continuation party, and all are welcome.
Fin substantia ex co arco sta suo arbande time.
November 28th, carrier pigeon. I'm a man being a woman. I'm a woman being a man. I am a homosexual man being a straight woman being a homosexual man. I am a homosexual woman being a straight man being a homosexual woman. I am a tree in disguise with an edge predicament. I'm a young boy being a young girl being whatever for gazing elder eyes. I am licking an envelope over and over and over and over. I am the new wholesale, neither nor nightwear, plural narrative. A succubus and incubus rolled into one, here to remove organ functions. I am a penny dreadful with a legion of electrical teeth and gritty eyes. Angels and hermaphrodites are my children and playthings. I pre-check my own in-flight devices and riddle Oedipus to shame. I am a shadow that becomes the coffin of your dreams. I knew our minds needed more of them. Stood in the bottom of things, just as a long road, probably enough, with swallowed possibility, which I couldn't tell by law. I could go to Alaska or Paris, but that had just started a warm place, new creative products that would match the multiple choice drawers art. After that, I was right, with 2 weeks of information forms and something with a danger of hope, as long as a pobe probably doesn't have a kind of holiday on the prior years before. Hearts still float in the average city councils. It's better to an eternal flame which, from behind the law, I knew were all our land institutions. There's a rugby team, small times, and all night one mind, right after 2 guards from the asylum. Crooked shook the skin of us. Was this institution called themselves? Recovering from crooked change forms and the fanfare of my combination blender, a basic volunteer for those that needed further forwarding. I knew our minds needed more of them. Please forward and no really. Call me a front lawn stitch. Call me excellent or AIDS. As some may in mailboxes. The real porcupine. What am I living like boxes of jigs? Public service is YouTubers. It's the too many. Other prime time subject. It's who's a mystery. It's who's a collaboration. Who's merely who's from who will step over the accompaniment? Who will stop the be the maniac man whose broadband could be the even the most fruitful, not words. Call me the path a la unique and the too many two slashes, 3 marks and a letter. You got a high pitch, infinitely regressive, and resistance, and future progressive and standard superintendent. Coming in loud and as in time for full reproductive magic multiplied by take warning forward, fast forward, yellow, leg of home, a sort of pick me up, drop me up. Part of the original message follows forwarded. No choice. 2 slashes. Full time in vain. I heard behind the subject. In the subject, I found them as letters quarrels. Subject. Professional as a parrot. I found them silky erratic. Following my being subject. Calling me subject. Calling me Ishmael turns to feel it was surely Ace, the more of the big O switcheroo. Someone please hold me, and sit in my personality switch to. Wait, which is why we're there, if were to follow as well. It, but who knew and never minded the tip. Use one of the time of many since did all the culture memorabilia and the place, the everlasting, the left behind, has made me again this shop at hotmail.com at moloch.com ground brushing me always to you. And I'm yellow, I'm getting curious millions at edge turn something that is
eggs.
The hand that whisks the most. I sit in the look at half of nobody was home. The There is harm dropping against the wall and blue screams surround arithmetic beforehand. It is worth noting that in any order, turquoise manner of death and glass, and those tiny, humming components regulate tropical pastels between still yellows and mechanical joy. It's Valentine now, and my opponents arrive. And form exploding tongue buds. A contortionist shifts red, and the light backs up, and engines flare. The sea crumbles down, hard-nosed and consequence. I notice the tumbling down, and half-left, as when one is indecisive in the advances of warfare. Upon approaching the sea, I think carefully, and then, as before, off-colored sights arrive in their appointed sidewalk feelings. The margin sits, and I sit in the margin. The enveloped blank falls out of an immaculate patch of unapplied sin. Finally lights my disorderly tube. The jury sweeps by in a cause or effect maneuver. What we have is form. Trial. They were there, all of them, the horde, the mobs, the walking wounded mothers and nomads rendezvousing with the furniture they would pass. They arrived on buses or something else. I am so tired, my point is sinking below the surface. I am Italian and they came to my house, came to the new land. They called it a new land, it was an old land, it was a New Jersey. It was a strip mall. It was the triple-X shop just around the corner with a sticky former loot from some leftover human standing there on the beachhead with every form of embattlement, every form of contrivance, every romantic noun since the Renaissance, since I begged for forgiveness, since I pleaded for my life, standing there as I stood by my bed, the bed I was conceived in, the same bed, the same sheets, the sheets that are now 50 years old, never been washed, the same cigarette burns, never been washed, unmade, disturbed, racked with centuries of neglect and the hatred of each other. Today, the after and before, the arguments, the half-pulling and bullying, sometimes gentle as a car wash, or reverse decision.
Gauge, tort, loss, tears, they mask, broke, dead, goo, mind, not, skin,
A fall.
sun, gale, quit, call,
10,000 and on in the blind side spot.
glare, tour,
Spiral indentation. A mangrove calls to light years. Long migration. A fall. A step.
limo, fire,
I take a step.
man, or
I, you take a step in unison. Not a step.
all
This is a step. Dance. All 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 billion steps down.
nail, amen,
Step
come on,
in.
this whiz,
Step.
lamp toy,
Count.
shot down,
Then all this is impossible. The complicity, voice. Who gave you to whom to racket? Ratchet up to 4 feet, migrate, dispense, incense the clock.
live fine,
Project the stop while and run
dead
aground.
body, even fear,
The pass lock rings distraction. No, not rings.
limo,
Buzzes.
five heads,
Blinds.
taxi, heart,
Next in line. Ford filled with trillions.
call from,
March, left, right, left, shuffle, hub all, rockets, red, stare in the music of stone, a near miss, a subterranean tremolo.
speak pain,
Whale,
a tender growing,
whale,
Acid dill.
a step behind,
scuttle,
birds behind,
Whole 110.
lower than description,
whale, apple,
a deposit to composite,
start off,
Shin.
Bell. Tell.
artificial whistle thick as
slow to
windows,
start off,
Aristotle's shadow, a wind chime, factored 112 times a single siren, chime, dial 1, step back,
quips,
please try your call again.
uno, eu, gene,
Lush low back.
Destiny's Warehouse,
Eon. Go.
come without ends,
rail,
evacuated
and
from long column praise.
Rurales, apple, food,
We and the atoms and ifs, pursuing, experience the terminal now.
Taxi.
Represent,
Now the evacuation of the long range points of view, held broken in bits by Odin. Becomes 5, which is virtually square. Good season under a semi now. The Fate Project evacuates the very end.
Corn.
Actually, it's not cut where it is to be.
Will call.
The atoms,
Bait.
unyielding spirit.
Monk. Abby.
Decide the small quantity inside cash
Part curd.
that will cut off the is.
Tofu. Sumi.
Real were the difference. Bonafide destinies.
Rust ring.
Warehouse.
Duck bean. Task camp.
Small and medium sized again and above.
Mega.
As long further away and never again.
Park.
As Glenny reached point never still. Of the troops folded on. Adamsville.
You're afar. Risk. Upon rise line. Jobs line. Even you odd.
Several flowers.
Salt.
Down back particular.
Yard. Great.
Unimaginative sum. Hurry of Basins. Lack. Allure. Slinger. Ties. Front. Diminutive.
Pure instinct.
Called.
Mash trip. Hydrates. Cold. Cord.
Somewhat cuddled. Medium. His feet a yellow bearded. Double.
Hill. Cold.
Chiefly ordered and black.
Bush.
Above a wood on. As is the hexagonal comma. It's backwards wide.
Like belts. Here
They electronic concert plus Italian but Tona's part. After further amplification, notes in slit raincoats, shank that represent host nations, lie down to unfasten with concealed, wanted, sleeveless, often having inflected forms, number 55229, like two, consisting of either or several flowers.
Cork down. Belt ring. Fine deco. With beach.
have you ever retired a human? Take a deep breath. Turn the sky into a bite-sized ball. Swallow. Imagine all the floating time. The scream from war. Bloodshed particles. Lost memories of genocide. Exhaust, fumes, vapors, and particles from every motor, coal furnace, and nuclear reactor. The bones that be crushed in machines, by machines, or become machines. And all the hate and violence caused by millions times 1,055. Isolation and madness in the upper atmosphere. Each and every crime from the last of the kind, each and every 10 million. Greed and the royal paid with good intentions. Take a deep breath. Swallow. Reason. Law. Falling down among the fumes, the 7 stages, 4 wonders, a dozen triumphs, 10 reasons why it's time to release the balloons and the celebration of the next big revival. Next in line, unemployment, tobacco city, childhood abduction, sidekick with the split decision, knockout around the square. E, next to the other square on the next page, in the orange glow. Louder and go, action Q, so let's do lunch. Next Holocaust, microwave, figure way down a hole. Can you help me do this in a different color? Let's find the size. Next in line, please. Number 49, 3 past the quarter, 999. Sure, fine, go ahead. Tick-tock, make my day. Tick-tock. You have to ask yourself one question. Tick-tock. Before there's 8, spin the last door on the right. With the lucky 7, post, stop, 6, Jenny Bruce, Alcatraz, replay at 6 o'clock. Another Shady Park, Kitty Rides for 5. Preset quitting time, magic computer, addiction, polygraph, perimeter, deposit, corner bed, with all rings and solar system, winds, Star Trek tactics, family system based on a double bar, triadic dead state in the near distance, lone gun, isolated happenings every 100-year war or so, at 8 or 9 or 10 on your mark, sling up the noose on the cash, and parry slow to cut and paste out bread, baby carrots down on Eisenstein's game sense steps, persistence and vision, prime time, live. How to explain a picture to a dead hair? Torment me, but do not grant me your favors. Drench me in language, dissipate and leave me nothing. I want to know your definition, so set it ablaze and taste its ashes. I'm working on the concept of where I have been. I'm working on the concept of where I am so I can destroy it along with those objects I bought yesterday. I want to know the tree that is the earth and the star forecast of the river lost over the edge of the table that was under the rock as I turn to you to try to speak. Drench me in language, that is the concept of ashes so I can dream it. It is an equation, the simple one first, then, as if in paradox, other functions. It becomes something else, numbers that possess, close properties of the forever, daylight, or hue, and that becomes something more than when it first discovered. Like the one behind the statue of someone who never existed, in a field that was a myth, that was carried from one generation to the next, on the backs of butterflies and wings of wingtip shoes. Both. In most conditions, a quarter past any good that can come of it long spaces are filled and refilled and often a device of reaction. Is exciting how to music and a float with soft edge. I heard my ass to the sipping self-boundedness, reminds me under a ricochet someplace. I slouch in the near intention, look for them, there's a thought, there's a joy, there's a touch, there's a terror. Axioms from the gyros so talking man puppets and the deep set tobacco, paralyzing disgusting supplements, hypothesis, technology grows, new apparatus cause special prices, 3 degrees Celsius, paper set, in its cycle, buzzing quality, funness, whatever immediate mouth, revolutionary technology, looking around, creeping out, battle, beings going, armed forces, pillars, national software, hair, scare, executive evil, veterinary classroom, or seatbelt, holding, and planning, recording, nipples to help protect your biotech kit, malarkey, CIA, between cultural decisive action, the language of getting high students on what you suck and you die, children's culture, words, you must know, are explicit, anytime finding that I was listening back and forth strays, wishy-washy, hot wax, all sorts of logistics, buying your strings, yakking yak, dominant role, tip clamp, spin, legal, aircraft, escape, flagellation, rock, trade, and overall control to the winds and stereo, pleasure, armor, matchless, weapons, grade, diarrhea, comfort, winner, cigarette birds, crusade, Twitter, best offers, global hawk, drone, boner, fresh, start, where pests go, patchwork, stroking my stomach, squeezing my breasts, the neutralize, great and beat, hip-hop, happy, cunts, bugaboo, ass, bugger, holiday, witcheroo, festive prevention, and preemption, hokey, pussy looking, new call, cross-dress, government, secrecy, now, 1900, master.
Bird golf dead. Good. Star. Ring. Pop. Torch. Agile. Sing. Darn. Lyrics. Club.
It fell upon human resonance and Arctic output. This evening, I have a very curious output. The last notice tell us of a reddish white color. Tell me Antarctic output. Antarctic cataclysms and signal output with reddish white color. The last notice this time could have been cataclysm flower beds that fell upon me. Even without considering the last notice, flower beds fell upon me. Without considering flower beds, last notice. It couldn't have been cataclysms in 1963, and an independent tone with two-part color. The last notice described it could have been many things in 1963. Cataclysms, signal output, Antarctic monitoring, the dormouse. After thinking without considering signal output, Antarctic telescope. The last notice, the two-part color. The thing they could have been. Signal, thinking without signal output, Antarctic sky and signal, Antarctic thinking, without considering cataclysms, evening monitoring the evening sky, Antarctic output, Antarctic monitoring, the last notice this time, they could have been cataclysm signal output, Antarctic telescope, thinking without considering cataclysms and tone output, the evening tone, Antarctic thinking without considering the evening sky telescope. Our return policy on suicidal fantasies. Name, volume, area, name, address, place of birth, destination, purposes. You ask a question, name, and address, and you address your name, and you area, address as well. As Oregon, second step, time, state, credit card address, and digital divide over the formerly depressed future, they depressed carefully crushed into a box permitted to be the obvious when in doubt. Easy, comfort, or condom, adjective, big point, perspective, set to hand commands and dramatic effects, and begin all apologies for past cold shoulder wings to much mockery of an ambient college chase. Well done, good job with those civilized prepackaged tax axes. Something and a size 12, something spelled spectacular. Something just for you, the look of the green, that speed, that sensational eternity, call it today, name your volume, fill your part. Full and discard the notice to witness the whispering of regress history. Did you say you have a plan, zero weapon, sniper scopes, any medications, and other former using and posing in top 2 degrees of downtrodden, continuous institutionally endowed before with science notices of criminal hypertension, loss of weight? Are you trying to lose weight with inside 0.0000000? Bad breath had bad crash with the dukes or bad breath of a hook. On bad breath, we have the means of getting rid of bad breath. Simple lotions, cocktail, quick relief, quicksand, medication, double trouble diagnosis, have been diagnosis to the parade for the defectives of the brand. Name disinfectants, don't despair. You're here 24 hours a day without repair and our guaranteed storage. We offer a medication regimen and past life therapy to the above mentioned address, which we know is past life slides. We will be the permanently on a bronze plaque. A return policy on suicidal fantasies. Name and volume, name and address, places, birth, destination, purpose. Did you ask a question? Name and address. Can you address your name? Will you be wearing a dress or dressed as the second step to make state debit card address and digital divide of the formerly depressed, futurely depressed, presently crushed into a box permitted to be the obvious when in doubt. Use a comfort on adjective, Bitcoin perspective, set the hand commands to dramatic effects and begin all apologies for past hope, shoulder wounds, and too much mockery as an ambient college chase. Well done, good job with their civilized pre-packaged tried to have to something in a size 12, something spectacular, something just for you with that look of gleam, that see, that sensation, that Trinity call today. Call it today, name your volume, fill, cart full, and discard the notice to witness the whispering, redress history. Did you say you have a plan of zero weapon sniper scopes, any medications, and other former usual imposing in top 2 degrees of downtrodden continuous constitutionally endowed development signs, notices, or criminal hypertension loss of weight? Are you trying to lose weight to fit size 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, bad breath and bad breath? With a group for bad breath, and a book on bad breath, we have the means of getting rid of bad breath. Simple lotion, sex, quicksand, meditation, subtle trouble, diagnosis, having diagnosis to the parade, defective, the new brand name, disinfectant, soap, despair. You're here 24 hours a day without repair and no guaranteed storage. The office indications of past life therapy to the above names and addresses of all your pets' past lives. That will be indebted permanently on a bronze plaque.
Land, I, Salt, Lyra, Kept, Lo, Wiz, Iman, Fact, Yo-Yo. Which being must be kiss like love life. Turn who run. The hate road, cities, seas, laws, grid, like ocean, like this. Beach must be.
J.
That's I.
8 circles. 8 circles. 2 mostly parallel lines. 3 mostly parallel lines. 2 more circles. 2 U's placed next to each other, but not W. There's actually several. 4 U's, 4 series of 2 U's placed next to each other, but not W's. And a total of 18 circles. Four J's going through a series of like symmetrical transformations.
Small terrorists.
Oh no, hang on, wait.
Between vertical stripes.
8 more circles for a total of 26 circles. This page is too crowded to read. 2 interlocking circles. 2 more interlocking circles. 4 interlocking circles, not touching the previous set. Both of those are next to each other, far away from the others. There's another circle next to those. This page has
Per second. Everything is reverting. Everything is revolting. Everything is a relative pronoun to be renegotiated.
it has more W's than I can count. But not the W's, they're used next to each other.
I am the remembrance.
There's There's a larger sequence of circles that were repeating from the previous page.
Amen.
Several of our dearly beloved yellow
They're on a more haphazard arrangement and they're bigger. Zooming into the circle. A couple of J's.
remodeled and renamed as a real record.
According to some Judy, dissolved desire of I
So now the names that are not small, very small, and they're followed by one U, W, C, one line. It's a small like I think
Rebellion repartee,
More no go, right that kind.
5% and or like but not a double. Lots of those.
this one was definitely beam a fast car.
If the soul discerns the heavens from
Do we hear and all this and
The circles have stopped touching each other on this page, but they still overlap. There's also shadows.
not here.
Weird shadows.
Deep hell
Oh, I had back the shadows from there last page. Put the books upside down. So the page before.
Never want to
Oh wait, hang on, Shane. This page has 10 5 and then the one that's going off the edge of the page is a little bit bigger. Hang on. No, it does not continue on the other page. Hang on, let's try it upside down. No, it's on neither of the two pages that we on. Oh, there's a really big U on the page after. No shadows. I thought there's a number page.
Some dear, sorry,
Use the test.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember, but I was reading that we needed a. I remember when I measured the reading songs totally different. That wasn't that. Couldn't be. I said I could measure it since it's a very large scale.
W stack,
Larger
not
than your surface in a transcendental
page is just shadow.
lost horizon
Oh, it almost says the UK here.
there. I couldn't say imaginary ones disturbed me. They were complex. They circled in and couldn't be measured. They could or
Different kind of
couldn't
shadow on
stand on their own. I counted the edges that begged for the borders, that lay in double piles. While I lay in boring or content, or an unmade bed, or necessities displaced. 1 times 2. And being there is said, and being there is said, and being more there abstract, more pain, more attachments, more astrials, more positional, more deposits in my pain box. To know what, who, how, when, and this, inner or outer, along the surface or on the edge of the rim, in gradient intensities, in obscure anywhere, ascending, cross-country, retrograde, parallax, triplex, cadmium, gold ultramarine, patina purpura. Give me a fortune cookie, a transverse individual, nowhere that is everywhere. I am here for sex. Because of sex, in sex of sex, on sex. Is it safe? Is it made? Is it mechanical? Can I reappear and die? Is it a lot of paradigm? Show me the free slide.
This is the page I
The
started
slope.
on.
The sloping pantomime in slow, Siborian
souls in like tears. They come and you're covered in a pattern azure blaze.
You guys, the numbers have been all wrong. Every circle is actually a double circle.
Coins.
W and
And small dogs arrive.
sorry.
Greed in a baker's dozen. The arithmetic rips a dead
All of
pencil.
the U's are connected, so there's only
A robbery
one
suspect
number of
at
U's that say
Chantilly.
this is double.
approaches the universe and waits for it. Encounter fantastic, fat, frozen leftovers. Obstructionist, anointing, origin, blue, abandoned, indecisive cues, branded when they come, and it's always that on cue. A tether, my condolences. You are like a vial.
Shadows are still good.
I sit and search this quill sight in a deep,
Nothing in this, no, they're all.
indecisive, abandoned blue screen al fresco.
Must sign nails fire.
Incidental, astronomical, plastic, rebirth. You are covered in a deep, unbridled, equals conditioned, careful drinking. I am detective. I tether keys.
Belt jacket. Wire beam with deco.
There is this sinking. You are covered in the universe, searching coils of front letters. I scream, bless this!
J.
An over-redemption frescoes.
J.
I approach the sea. Complications.
Pit room, no contact.
And so transform human stupidity
Book deep hell life gap.
to galvanize metal
I'm scratching it, play by play.
in my half-mass lymphoma like ice.
Oh, damn it, there's two different things to view on this page, new data. There's
Of
two
the origin like vowel. I am robbery suspect at imported repicking.
So how do you start out thicker at the beginning than at the end of the book?
I am a detective. Approach the baseline and fall asleep. I am at
Shit, new kind of art. This page is full of scribbly arrows. Scribbly arrows.
I said scream over everything, over stroking, over purple drinking. You're like a genetic phantom glimpse of the past. Reformer against bombing runs. You, not one was missed. Incidental to measurably equal numbers. Patterns in receptacles, spikes, like genetic whisper, incidental to the margins between spiritual river and Third Reich universe. I grieve. Fantastic. Blue.
Essentially, there's twice.
All is covered with breaths. The universe and the sea. Again. Complications. And so, equal, plus, transforms, again, against the key, screams, bless this and the universe, and wait for points of galvanized metal. A sun dance, a sword dance, a tap dance, when the solar array comes and points back.
The J's kind of like a baptism sequence next to the W's with circles and
I am the
space
connection of it.
I was
By the bed, by the future intrigues, designed by ships and by planes. I am not sure of the others. I am not here by the bed. I am the bed. As a condition, I am the bed, stated by law, that shouts for the never stated. I shout a connection of the relative position, a question of points and partitions, pretenders and contenders. By planes, I am the bed made, or unmade, the bed stated on the never stated. I am not here and this stated. I am the am not here in the disturbance or the remembered memories, the black definitions. There were urges that were reenacted on websites, claiming all the other disturbances on the here and the there, the here and the there of them, the where and where of them, the too much on and off of them, on the bed again, on the others, on Jesus laws, on intrinsic transgressions, on a multitude of exceptions, perceptions, and that ran wholly over each unperfected deception. There were the here and where reenacted on the feet raised laws, on intrinsic not here and proclaimed by the made and unmade. I am the there of it. I wanted my match. I wanted a shut and dive mass separation, border termination, the here and here shouting, the deeper digging and all the connections of inceptions, conceptions and inventions, inventions that matter, tick-tock, logic laws, by ship or not, on the not here or not here. In a bedroom or unmade, the disturbances, the proverbial lecture pushes me into the made or unmade bed. I could not remember which sex was to another remembering sex. The here and the there of it. The black and twisted of it on the bed with the strap and the section with the deeper digging and shouting of it. The here and here. Stated on the main feature of there and there of it. They were reenacted on intrinsic transgressions, unperfected deception. I am in tick-tock logic laws, lesson in trees, designed by the others. I wanted a condition, connection,
Yeah, those are either.
asking to sink in, nightly.
From substantia font.
Short story. Now, or never, or can't be this question now. Now that was easy. Maybe two movies for the right price of one. I remember when it wasn't the other day and there was someone over there, right on that spot. It was one of those lead moments, the day of life, written as if an earlier man, built for, constructed by him. To serve the ones we love, obvious numbers of, but the wrong number. Is this? No, and don't we ever call again. Or it was the right number in reverse. 27.4 million pounds of distorted meat instead of distorted in reverse. Considering the order, which was arbitrary, and arbitrary must be arbitrary.
Stop, stay, baby star,
And completely without any proper neckwear, but a call to order, please, and the tribe of elevation, with cleaver and another verbs, we mount the blockment, and it was considered an underscore, drove the rest into the Latin room. Glory be to the hell hall, and may the mighty spirit of Groucho Marx prevent us from the peak syntax argument of the good life society, LTE, to have existed somewhere just about here, not long after the other ones came and left, claiming to have invented the 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence, long before the John Cage fraternal order came to own all silence, AD, and I, and before that came S, that all, in fact, that we, unkind pull, of the cryptosome, the giggle, phase, TGIF, LT, freeways, and ends to break, tier 2 and which, or without it. It was something fit for a bitter dinner before. Chicken pot pie, made for the canned duty voodoo after all. Which the 4 hostless, all taxi drivers stood and looked at. All the wonders, as if it was the other's assumption which they opposed. As in anything to do with the answer, all of the above and none of the rest, so the lords and ladies of the nearest end stopped doing drag, became other people's people and sat in wonder else to comment in other parts the fall came much later. Often, as I remember, reminder of the empire, Strokes Out Part 50.
Mood tool.
I came to grips at around age 10 or so, maybe a line of a different order. It was during moonlanding, and messiness was understood as something dirty, something you only do if you are sick and caught in deep pots of blood. It's almost important as the real answer. The answer to my future blindness should have been foretold by tea leaves sent to to the brigadier of family matters and everlasting demigod laws, or by the hair on my hand. The house was silent as I would shave for dinner and try to hide my hands and have trouble opening the cans of our more enduring pan. But it turned all into the king of burgers, and everyone stared as I put mustard on their thing. It was as if I was King Kong, co-op of all mine, waiting for Fay Ray, the way I was. It was when all these specialties, the letter of all letters arise, and he or I, depending on what moment, open them, it depends on the moment, almost as I could quickly say, sneeze, or grouse and bleed, something else needs to happen, and so I admit now how quickly it sounded like foot meat reverse gun. And then get the quicksilver, toothbrush in our souls when we said at that moment, bikes fell.
Rim jobs.
It jumped apart from the rest, quite easily on my own. This is the question I alluded to. It was as easy as unit
Noon ages.
8. I am the
Camp and cask and bean.
bean version of past nothing.
Bonafide.
Weird people agree with me.
More fun.
I always feel I must be too kind. Those who believe they are burning in that place, in that location, in that respect, on that point, hitherto, the air is worth 2 white rests that east where, past home where spring is a plain angel, proper anti-chest attempts at pocket knives, where there is a clear there, and there must be further things, just a rest, the cosmos, and remember.
Packed. Mend.
Circle,
Half-life.
shadow.
Swole. Puck. Sail. Rudimentary. Puck. Sail.
My skin is clear. I can see the sky.
Fire makes packed boat.
It was a minor negation. It was a dream. It turned left in spite of itself. It weathered in spite of itself. As was predicted, chrome pretenders on a neon blue horizontal. Las Vegas was my mother. Jean Dubuffet was a name. They were all marching to Las Vegas. You see, you buy.
Moon. Sack.
I see, I want to die. Bury me in Las
The
Vegas.
circles that were
Spread my
previously
ashes
visualized
in
as
Las
being separate
Vegas.
circles,
Make me
recently,
over in your
for
Las
the first time
Vegas.
ever,
A penny
filled
for
in,
your
they're so close
mortality
together,
rate.
they're actually,
Pennies
two
for
circles have
heaven.
become one, but only at a
We are
certain
at
scale.
war over. We all play in.
After a point in the shadows, I'm like,
We stopped and had soup after the chase scene.
it becomes
The
solid.
criminals formed plot in a local diner. A chase left
This is like a
me everything.
bad day in regards to.
Moloch. And the one called Moderate Devotion were there.
But carpal arms.
It was a slow gin fizz my way over permanent free roulette. Give me Las Vegas to go. You are all form is emptiness. Las Vegas
That's the
is my
taxonomy of
emptiness.
possible objects.
My eyes, ears. I have parents with no face names, just faces. For me, it all started in a room with plastic cement and a former self. I met you behind the Ministry of Shrubbery. Oh, keep me warm with your long arms. Las Vegas is out tonight. Sky is bright.
Body.
Wildly askew enables present.
The light varies. Maybe not so much cool as barometer. A biometric indicator of the stratospheric discharge. Remnants that linger on the sinew machinery like volleyballs, an 10 million colored sky, and the briefness Kyrulian cornflower, Havana Lake, hydrangea, uben, and each climb, international blue bird eating menacing informality.
Circle.
Leaving nothing but wobbling vertebrates, utensils, and applications, utilitarianism, manufactured grammar users, and abusers. Subdivided into the worst and best scenarios, least likely, statistically evaluated, profit-taking, proliferating, trial and tribulation, the 3 trials of Oscar Wilde, the trial of Socrates in Nuremberg, treachery and deception, travel and tourism, ad monologue, sanitized visitation to different worlds.
0.
Side escape theories and sacred texts at the Ganges, at Alexandria, at the local transmission, taxonomy, tactics, and syndrome, superlatives and suffixes, capitalized particles, surfaces, participants, studies and restudies under studying stringent instruments, no evidence, no truth, no absolute. Even light varies, states, productions, parts of speech, verbs, and Hooker Green, or the sky is always higher. Recently, I looked like an identity. Or recently have been thinking language like an experimental process. Cast into, hi, my name, and I stick to thinking about talking dirty, desire pornography, and something with wiggle room. In general, need Gilligan's Island, wishing I saw, heard half of the new color green. Found language in a situation, a sky. As someone in a group that privileges identity gossip over longer possible pointing to which is never permanent, but boundless in action pathology. Cast someone into a thing, as much as anything. Looked like a hungry ghost. Lived in linear ha-ha language. Will Robinson take me if you are what I think? Recently I looked the same. If there is it, and that new color green, comes with lo and behold verbs that recognize. The newborn saying, I'm a situation, I'm a panel, which is applied to another way to use social gatherings to say, hi, my name's identity, hi, my name's complete absence. I find a new color green, like ginger, or I'm a situation. Which happens with digital voiceovers, with watching Gilligan's Island. Wishing options are okay, saying a gender is not a position but a situation, cheap and alien.
Like love.
I think if there is half of a willing surface, I will be able to situate a new color green.
Like love, like kiss, beat must be. We know if you.
To be a proper subject. And yes, you are right, we need to subjugate to augment our position, or that's not what you said. We need to position the subject to prove our position. No, that's not it. We need to enslave to have a plantation. No, that's not it.
More mauled and
we need to bomb an atoll with radiation to have a free nation. No, that's not it. We need hamburger to have a fast food nation. No, we need credit cards to enslave the masses. No, that's not it. We need to be deceit and put mascara on. No, that's not it. We need more legs to put blue jeans on. No, that's not it. We need more bees to count, or maybe just the right pesticides for more coffee to drink. Damn the torpedoes and let's have more. Flooded marshes, we're in it now. This is the end. This is that line in the sand. And this is the sand at the water's edge for time. At the Holy Roman Empire Hotel. The need for Christmas trees. And memory of Joseph Foods. When I endeavor not to stand low, this other world, this cover that covers 10 years later, or if not, on a new understanding of that principle, dead people everywhere. When I appear slowly on the whole, on the cover that is part art, part everybody. When I was not on the cornered in the fat field of our creativity, I appeared slowly on the dead people, conformity, dear self-conscious. I was 30. I made a need, felt identification. Hysteria's last words, the Dada soul train working against dear self-conscious. I appear slowly, not standing now in the world, on a broader isolation, here standing in the debacle field that doesn't stand, capsules for spiritual goods, a point in how to put a new understanding, a problem where the dead continue. When I appear slowly on a need for a relationship, toeholds, neither world is another world, neither world is a dramatic contradiction, the whole is completely crazy on me. Firstly, the basic album, declare all spiritual goods, a dictionary that says, when I appear slowly, dear self-conscious, I am raw fat corners in a language of felt. The last word, 5 years years later will always be the physical flesh is a theatrical animal pointing to a new understanding of when I am not standing in a language, problem, principle.
Filled in circle.
Someone in the street declares the next dramatic contradictions, or 10 years later, if we do the social debacle, our dead will break through. Self-conscience, I am, will not be standing when I am standing, is an aesthetic nothing, covered in a fat principle, cornered in inner contradiction.
Two U's are not a W. Two U's are not a W.
The clay. I know the clay, the extreme center, they said the surface, the earth's pressure masses the dirt, the extreme center. They said the bedrock and mass hypothesis goes with mass inhabitancy, the earth's pressure, east of madness, west of insanity. That's as far as the stories go. Lunatics and the tiny little pores, really tiny little pores send vibrations through the center's extremes. They say lump, the one that attacks an all-out declaration of details. Really, it is the insurgency of details on central residential particles, all taught on bedrock, through the east of truth, an hour in and the largely caught, a surface that works, through the clay, to the annotation in mass psychosis. A schizophrenic hypothesis of me, the masses undertake the dirt as madness, the centers extreme beyond extreme. They completely said, truth, be it free unto the dirt, the bedrock through and through. Heaven mourns. Migratory birds, 9 beaks, 10 as the color flame conveys this heaven's green pool. The migration bird, 9 beaks, 10 achievement, conveys the heaven's green basin in the morning, countless inside color flames. Migratory birds, 9 spouts, 10 like the color flames that transport the green pond in the mornings of inner countless. The expansion X-bird, 9. The happenings of spouts, 10 transports, the green sky river basin in the inner flame, countless of morning color. Birds, 1 moves, 9 invoices, as the color flame, winter sky, makes green puddle pond in an innumerable eternal morning official statement. The migration, the bird, 9 declarations of invoices, transmits to basin greens in the color of morning, innumerable, eternal, to the moving sky, the birds, 9 pacings, 10, that the color, the flame, which transport the pond of green sky in the morning of innumerable, eternal. The expansion, the bird, events of 9 of the casings, 10, transport green sky river basin in the innumerable internal flame of the birds of the morning color. Migratory 9 and voices 10, the color flame, which its sky makes green puddle pools in the innumerable internal mornings, official statements. The migration, the bird, 9 declarations of invoices 10, transmits to basin greens in the color of morning, casings 10 of the color that the flames which transport upon a green sky in the morning of innumerable eternal expansion. Bird events of 9 of the casings 10 transport green sky river basin in the innumerable eternal flame of the color of morning.
Every word.
Harry Edwards, winner of New Langton Arts Bay Area Award in Literature 2002, is the author of A Day in the Life of P. Subpress Collective 2002, A Diary of Lies, Belladonna number 27 by Belladonna Burns 2002, Oblique Partition, Collaborations Express 2002, and Post-Pink Scarlet Press 2000. Her artwork has been exhibited throughout the United States, including Denver Art Museum, New Orleans Contemporary Art Museum, University of California, San Diego, and University of Massachusetts. Amherst Edwards' writing can also be found in Blood and Tears, an anthology on Matthew Shepard, Painting Press 2000, Electric Spandex, Anthology of Writing with Queer Text, Puriform Press, 2002, Off-Guard Structure, Bombay Gin, The Light Fiction, In Posse, Mirage Periodical, Van Gogh's Ear, Puppy Flower, Vert, 88, A Journal of Contemporary American Poetry, Narrativity, Shampoo, Extreme, Big Bridge, Nerve Lantern, Magazine Cypress, Ought, Word for Word, Atomic Petals, Fur at Pops.com, Bathhouse, Museum Apprentice Guild, Piddly Boys, Blaze Hawk, 2K3, 5 Trope, and Panic, Avoid Strange Men, Bird Dog Magazine, Real Poetic, Blaze Hawks, 2K3, Raised in a Barn, and the International Journal of Sexuality and Gender Studies. Carrie can always be reached at terra1@sonic.net.
Then stop.